Have you ever wondered how dancers can balance for ages on just their toes? Well, it's doable, and I'll teach you how. Hi, Daniel here. Welcome to Swan Puddle. This channel is all about making you a better, stronger dancer. If you like this type of content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Balancing is partly about finding your center and partly about engaging the right muscles. But what muscles should be engaged when you're balancing in retire? Let's find out. The muscles in the upper body and the lower body play essential roles in balance. Let's look at the upper body first, specifically the torso. A good way to engage the right muscles in the core is to think about making your spine as long as possible. Also, try this. Breathe in, then breathe out. And as you do so, engage the core muscles. They should feel a little bit scooped. Keep those engaged at about 30% of your strength, but not to full capacity. You still need to be able to breathe. Breathe in, and in your next breath out, engage the muscles on top of your rib cage. Feel your rib cage closing. That's a feeling you should always have in ballet. Again, don't over tighten the core muscles. You want them to be strong enough to hold you up, but still a little bit relaxed so you can breathe efficiently. The last thing to think about with your upper body is your back. The back is what keeps your arms strong and in place. To feel the engagement in your back, lift your shoulders up, push your shoulders back, and then gently let them fall down. The back should look flat as you do this. That is because the scapulas are flat against your rib cage. The scapulas shouldn't stick out like this. This muscle engagement looks pretty similar in every ballet arm position. Now that's just the upper body. The lower body needs to be set up too, so you can balance in retire. First, let's look at what the ankles do. In a retire balance, the foot is often in 3/4 point. That's when your heel is raised as high as it can be. For most people, that means your ankle can't point any further. That position, when you've locked your ankle at the top of its mobility, is much stronger than just raising your heel halfway up. In that position, the weight should be placed on the second toe. Placing your weight too far forward on the foot is a bad idea, and too far back is also a bad idea because it makes you prone to injuries. Try to put your weight right on that second toe. That's the foot. Now let's move up the leg to the upper leg and see how we can improve stability there too. The quads must be engaged. When the quads are engaged, the knee is stable. But how do you know when your quads are engaged? When the quads are engaged, the kneecap will ascend and be locked in place. This means it won't move when you push it around with your finger, like this. Like with most other muscles in ballet, the quads must not be over tightened. They must just be tightened to the point where your knees are straight and your knee joint feels stable. The quads aren't the only leg muscles to be engaged. The butt muscles have to be engaged too. The turnout muscles play a really important role in stability and balance. Engage your gluteus maximus or your butt muscle. If you poke it, it should be somewhat hard. Of course, you don't want to overdo it. Try to keep your pelvis in a neutral alignment. If you want a video on proper pelvic alignment, let me know in the comments below. Besides the outer butt muscles, there are the inner butt muscles. These are called the deep rotators. They are responsible for doing a lot of the turning out. To feel those deep muscles engage, try turning out your leg from the hip without engaging your outer butt muscles. You should feel something tighten inside your butt, but if you poke your butt muscles, they should still feel unengaged. Those deep rotators must always be engaged. They help keep your hips stable. If you find it hard to find those muscles, you're not alone. I and many other people struggle with it. If you want a video that really dives into the concept of using the inner rotators, let me know in the comments. In the working leg, the hamstring muscles do most of the lifting to lift your knee up. If you're having pain and overexertion in your hip flexors, that means you're using those muscles too much. Really focus on lifting with the hamstring and the butt muscles. These two muscle groups are bigger and stronger, which means they have more endurance and are less likely to get injured with overuse. Make sure when you're lifting with your hamstring and butt muscles that you don't lift the working side of the hip up. You want to keep the hips level. Only lift the leg as high as you can while still maintaining level hips. Over time and with practice, your hamstring muscles and your butt muscles will get stronger, and that knee will be able to lift higher while keeping your hips level. Thank you for watching. Thumbs if you like the content, and subscribe if you love these videos. I would really love any comments you could post down below on just their toes for long periods of time without falling. Okay, that doesn't work.